If you want to learn how to make this tender pumpkin bread that's nicely spiced and it's silky, creamy cream cheese frosting, please keep watching. In a bowl, we are going to put our AP flour, our baking soda, baking powder, salt, ground clove, ground ginger, cinnamon, salt, and I'm gonna sift this through just to ensure that there's no big lumps in there. And now I'm gonna grab my whole nutmeg and I'm gonna grate it. And now I'm gonna give all of this a really good whisk until everything is combined, and I will set this to the side. In a large bowl, place your eggs, your white sugar, and your brown sugar, and your oil, and you're going to give this a really good whisk. I like to whisk it until everything is completely dissolved and there's just a little bit of volume in there. Once you have it into this consistency, then you can stop. And so now I'm going to add my pumpkin puree and sour cream, and I'm gonna give this a really good whisk and just to make sure everything is combined. So we are now ready to add our dry ingredients and pour them over and give it a whisk. Now you don't want to whisk it too much, just ensure that all the flour is gone and everything's pretty much combined, and we are ready to bake this off. I mean, this recipe is super easy and it tastes so good. The sour cream really gives it a super moist, tender crumb. I have my loaf pan here, and I'm just gonna spray it with a little bit of Baker's Joy, which is a baking spray, and I'm gonna line it with parchment paper that I've already cut out to fit into my loaf pan. And this just makes everything easier when I'm trying to pull out the loaf pan. I just pull through the parchment paper and it just glides out. So now I'm just placing my batter inside of my cake pan and try and smooth it out just so that you get this nice even surface. And my oven is preheating at 350, and we are going to bake this for 45 to 55 minutes. While that is baking, we can get started with our cream cheese frosting. Grab a large bowl, add your softened butter, cream cheese, and maple syrup, and vanilla paste. And I'm going to use a stand mixer, and I'm going to start low speed and combine it. And this should take a matter of 3-4 seconds. We are going to add our powdered sugar, and I like to just get my mixer. And again, I'm just going to mix this for about 7 seconds, 5 seconds is what you want, just until you don't see any powdered sugar. So this is really the consistency that you want. It's thick, it's definitely not runny, and that's what you're looking for. So it's been about 50 minutes is what it took in my oven. And the bread smells perfectly spiced. It smells so delicious. I'm gonna pull it out. Gosh, it just smells so good. I'm gonna let it cool for 5 minutes before I pull it out of the loaf pan, and I'm gonna put it onto a cooling rack. It cools and we can put. So it's been about 3 hours and the bread has definitely cooled, and now I can add my cream cheese frosting that I kind of left in the refrigerator and then I just pulled out like 20 minutes before. That's the nice thing about this frosting, is that you can put it in the refrigerator and it'll be fine if you just smooth it out from the refrigerator. So I just put globs and just kind of smooth it out. This is going to look super organic, and I just do little squiggles with the offset spatula like so, just so that it gives it a little bit of a homemade feel. And that is it, guys. Easy peasy, just great, simple recipe. Now let's cut into the bread and oh my gosh, it's so soft. Oh, it's so yummy. Super, super soft. Don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. See you next